Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in season number 6 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series. It'll be the South Point High Roller 400K tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This afternoon, a pretty big day. We got ourselves qualifying here for the Turkey Hill Truck Series, then the finale in the HERS Elimination Series coming up in less than an hour. Monty Salato and Andrew Miller going for the championship. You don't want to miss that one, and you definitely don't want to miss the race tomorrow here from Las Vegas over on Napa Fan, the South Point High Roller 400K. And it was some opening event of the season for these guys, especially for two drivers in particular, Zachary Fitzwater and John Arndt. But one guy who actually almost got to those guys was this driver right here, the number 66 of Joshua Rush. Finished in the 3rd position last week. A very solid performance out of the North State Racing driver. And Davey Johnson should be pretty proud of his relative rookie driver to this team, because this is the first major series Joshua Rush has competed in here on Napa Fan, and he really showed that he is a good driver. And he reminds me a lot of what Andrew Ross did last season. Almost won the championship as a rookie driver. We might see that out of Andrew Ross this season. He's the first driver out there on the racetrack. We'll have to see what time he gets on here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Of course, it is a 10-minute session, and this track is nearly a wide-open racetrack for these trucks. So it's going to be a very interesting race. But on top of that, on top of it being a 42-lap race tomorrow, we will have a set of pit stops, just like we're actually going to have a set of pit stops in the HERS Elimination Series race later today. So that's definitely going to come into play. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out this weekend here from Las Vegas. And I kind of hate it. The real-life Las Vegas weekend was last weekend, but we wanted to start the season off at Daytona, and I usually always give myself enough time. Oh my, a wreck! Joshua Rush got into Edwin Mendez, as I think it was Andrew Ross who was coming off the racetrack right there, along with Mendez. And that is going to affect these times. Trey Bartow around, Nick Smith into him. Chris Skinlart with damage, and the track is blocked. Remember, in these practice sessions, which is what we use for the qualifying here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, there are no cautions. Thankfully, I think the wreckage is done, but not without a few victims. We saw Fisher G get involved as well. Joshua Rush is actually still out there, the number 66. But for now, Matthew Logan, rookie driver, with the fastest time. He is in the number 69 for Tanker Motorsports, and he is the only driver under 30 seconds right now. Zachary Fitzwater, last week's winner. And by the way, we're going to have Marty Johnson in the booth with us. At the moment of me recording this, he actually doesn't know that Zachary Fitzwater won that race, because we're recording this race prior to that race going up. So that's interesting right there. Seth Cole III, Alexander Rowe, and now the number 79 of Eric Monaco with Skylar Perry, a rookie driver. Now Cole Sampson. Now John Arndt to the top of the board. Now Joshua Rush. This guy's good right here. Joshua Rush to the top position. Now, I don't know if Joshua Rush has ever won a race on Napa Fan before. He's going to actually have a shot. Later today, he's going to be in the HERS Elimination Series race later on. Joshua Rush, Jason Tucker, rookie driver in the 82. Skylar Perry back to second. But Joshua Rush, after smashing the outside wall, goes to the top of the board without even repairing his race truck. The damage on the thing is minimal. You see the right side on that 66 looks all clean and dandy. But that's something. After he was almost involved in a major accident, went out there, did not even come down the pit lane, and clocked in the fastest time in this qualifying session. Skylar Perry, Jason Tucker, Eric Monaco, John Arndt. Excuse me, 75 is Jesse Turner. Keep on thinking that the 75 is the HERS truck, but it's not. It's the HERS car over in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Jesse Turner is 4th. John Arndt is now 6th, as John Arndt's former teammate at EGI, Emily Anderson, just went to the now 7th position. We have Jason Tucker going to the top of the board for Prince Motorsport. And then now Joshua Rush in second. The number 2 machine of Dan Park, Seth Cole, Skylar Perry, Jesse Turner, Emily Anderson, John Arndt, Alexander Rowe, and Josh Williamson. The top 10 here in South Point High Roller 400K qualifying. And Ryan Durrani's team looking pretty strong with their rookie driver and Jason Tucker. We really didn't get a good opportunity to see who was good last week at Daytona. Of course, we know that Fitzwater and Arndt are good, and even Joshua Rush, but with the nature of Daytona and how that racetrack works, we're really not going to know who's going to be good this season until we get to the 4th, 5th race of the season. But right now, we're seeing Joshua Rush second on the board. 43 of Fisher Gitas went up there. How about Edwin Mendez? And Skylar Perry again moving up to the 3rd position. A great lap for Anderson Racing. Julius Anderson's team right there with Edwin Mendez at the wheel. And Mendez currently on the outside pole, but it is still Jason Tucker, rookie driver, and the number 82 holding on to the top position. And you may notice here too, and I would like to apologize, there are no names on the trucks yet. I hope to add them eventually. But my whole thought on that is, what's the point? I'm going to tell you who's in what truck. What's the point of me going through all of that trouble when you're probably not even going to notice? But I will try to get them up eventually here to make these trucks look nice, but we're just going to say we have a bit of a technical difficulty at this point. And we're waiting for the stickers to come in. FedEx lost them. But I can't, you know what, I can't really get on FedEx too much. Because, you know, the darnest thing happened to me the day before I recorded this. I lost my credit card. I was at the Great Clips, and, you know, I swiped my card to pay for my haircut. I dropped it, hit my shoe, and the little desk here, there's probably about a 1 centimeter, you know, crack from the floor to the desk, and my card hits my shoe, goes right underneath of there, and I can't get it out. All of the people there in the Great Clips, they were trying to help me get it out. They're giving me combs and everything to get the stupid thing out, and I couldn't get it. So that night, I ordered a new card from Discover, and it shipped overnight from Utah. Got it 10:30 in the morning when I ordered it, like at 5:30 at night, all the way from Utah overnight with FedEx. So you know what? I can't give FedEx, you know, any crap. So I shouldn't have made that FedEx joke. What was I even talking about that led me to that discussion? I don't know. But now you know the story of how I ended up with a new credit card overnight, because the Great Clips counter is 1 centimeter off the ground, and anytime I drop an object, it is going to find its way to the smallest possible area to hide and never be gotten again. So yeah, that was my story yesterday. Jason Tucker has a good story today. Fastest time in qualifying here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And I have not seen these times really change that much in the past few minutes. Chris Skindler did go to the 7th position. And then we also saw Eli Bright go to 9th. A good run there for the Norlo Racing team. Of course, that truck was one of the trucks who was involved in the accident earlier on in this session. There's Skindler right behind McAngelo Nwangwu in the number 78. He also got a really good run last week. We'll see where Nwangwu is in the leaderboard. 13th, great opportunity to get a race victory tomorrow and only a second ever Napa Fan start. We'll have to see if that happens for the JSS Motors team. Bruce Jamison Full, the owner of this team, they're probably the, I'm going to say youngest pairing here. Of course, when I say youngest, I mean they have the least amount of experience on Napa Fan. I don't actually know their actual ages, but Jamison Full, McAngelo Nwangwu, two of the newest competitors to Napa Fan, both involved in that number 78 program, and it's very interesting to see what these guys are going to do compared. I mean, you got guys like Chris Skindler and Cody Smart together. You got Luke Rainey owning that team, Julius Anderson. A lot of these owners have been around for a while. Even Ryan Durrani has been around for quite some time. As a matter of fact, Ryan Durrani actually made his debut in this series last year as a driver. But Jason Tucker's a new guy. Really don't know much about him, and he's doing a pretty good job right now. as he clocked in the fastest time here in the South Point High Roller 400K qualifying session. All but one driver is actually Matthew Brown, the slowest over 30 seconds. Everybody else under 30 seconds in this qualifying session. Going to check for any ties at this moment. I do not see any, so when we get the official standings, that's probably how they're going to line up for tomorrow's 42-lap event here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jason Tucker, Skylar Perry, not Chris Skindler. Chris Skindler at 7th. Skylar Perry in 2nd. Edwin Mendez, Joshua Rush, Dan Park, Seth Cole, Chris Skindler, Jesse Turner, Eli Bright, and Emily Anderson. The top 10 here in qualifying from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There's Adam Garcia in the number 94. And that's going to do it for the qualifying session from Las Vegas. That is how they will line up for tomorrow's 42-lap event here in the second race of the season in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. We're going to start clocking these points in here. It's a strict points championship, so every point matters in this series. So it's definitely going to be a big day for guys like Jason Tucker and Skylar Perry, two true rookies to Napa fans, starting on the front row tomorrow. But they got guys like Edwin Mendez, Dan Park, Seth Cole, Chris Skindler, Jesse Turner, Eli Bright, Emily Anderson behind them, who have a lot of experience. And they also got Joshua Rush, who has prior experience, maybe not as much as the rest of those guys, but a lot of veterans starting behind the two rookies who will be starting on the front row. They're going to be led by Jason Tucker tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time over on Napa Fan. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. See where you start for tomorrow's race. And take a look at the rest of the standings right there. And we'll see where Zachary Fitzwater is. He's 11th. Fitzwater with a good run there. And John Arndt in 13th. And, you know, you could actually very well see Fitzwater and Arndt drive their way to the front tomorrow and contend for the race win. It could, this whole season could be between Fitzwater and John Arndt. Gotta think, John Arndt had a very good chance of winning the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Championship. Of course, Nathan Baird was in his own entire universe, but if that wasn't the case, John Arndt was in contention for that second place in the points. He's the defending champion here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. You definitely know that John Arndt's a good driver, and he's going to be a threat in this year's Turkey Hill Truck Series Championship. So watch out for those guys. We're still early on in the season. A lot of racing left before we crown a champion at Homestead on Christmas Day. It might seem like a long ways from now, but it's going to be here before you know it, and these guys know it as well. You got to get all these points now because it's only an 18-race season. There's not many races in the series, so you got to get those points when you can, because if you don't, by the time we get to the midway point of the season, by the time we get to, you know, the 12th, 13th race of the season, you're going to be out of championship contention if you don't have enough points. So, got to do it now while you can. Jason Tucker going to start on pole for tomorrow. And in less than an hour, it's going to be the finale race in the Hers Elimination Series. Monty Salato versus Andrew Miller. Who's going to win the Hers Elimination Series Championship? You're going to find out in less than an hour right here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Jason Tucker. And I will see you guys later.